Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. I am here with Brian Brown with New York Life Insurance Company. Brian, thank you for having me in.
You're welcome.
And actually, I want to thank you on behalf of the Chamber and the membership that joined for hosting Greeters meeting last month. A lot of energy, and you really rolled out the red carpet for us and put out a full spread of refreshments for the Greeters meeting. So thanks again. By the way, we're going to show a video of that Greeters meeting later on in this interview. But first, we're going to start off. Let's talk about you, Brian, and how you got into this business.
Interesting. Really, my first job out of college was with an insurance company out of Illinois, and I did group life and health benefits. So most people have their benefits through their work. That's what I did. Come about 2000, decided to try something different. So went into education, worked for career colleges for a while.
Right.
That kind of took me from Chicago to Indianapolis to Nashville to Shreveport to Augusta.
Oh my gosh.
To Pensacola.
You're all over the place.
But we always wanted to get to Florida, so here we are.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, actually a friend of my wife's husband, I'm sorry, let me take that back. A friend of my wife's, that's right, her husband.
Yeah, there you go.
We went out to dinner and he started talking about New York Life, and I had known a lot about the company and decided, you know what, it's time to get back into the business, and I knew that they were a very sound company, so here I am today.
Cool. How long ago was that? How many years?
That's actually, it was, we're going on just about a year now.
About a year. All right. Fantastic. Well, hey, welcome to Pensacola.
Thank
and
you.
We're glad that you stayed. Now, right now, we're actually located top of one of the tallest buildings in Pensacola, so you have a lovely view of downtown Pensacola, and you really get the best of the experience. So let's talk about New York Life. What is it that, what kind of products and services do you all offer?
Well, the thing is that New York Life has been around we're going to celebrate our 175th anniversary in April. So we've been around for a long time. We are a mutual company, which makes us kind of unique in that our goals are aligned with our policyholders, and we don't answer to investors. We answer to our customers, so our policyholders.
Okay.
We provide dividends while they're not guaranteed. We've provided a dividend every year to our policyholders since 1854. So, as I said, they're not guaranteed, but the likelihood of getting them is there.
Sure.
And we just, as I said, we try to align our long-term goals with that of our customers. So, basically, if New York Life prospers, so do our policyholders. And that's been happening because we've weathered the storm through the Great Depression, through both world wars, through market corrections, especially the one in 2008. We've still provided a dividend to our customers. And still made money. So our financial strength is there. In fact, of 800 companies, insurance companies in the United States, only 2, of which New York Life is one, has the highest possible financial strength rating from 4 of the industry rating agencies. So we're very, very proud of that, and expect to continue long into the future.
That's an impressive track record.
It really is, which is one of the reasons why I decided to come with New York Life.
Yeah. All right. Well, man, that's amazing. Okay, so you said back into the insurance.
Correct.
For 1 year with New York Life. Man, the foundation that you all have to be able to extend that knowledge and the level of resources that you all have. I know that there are so many people out there that are looking for that, especially when it comes to some sort of financial stability for their life, for their financial planning and their retirement. So tell me some of the ways or some of the information, I guess, that you kind of base that foundation on to help people have that security.
Sure, absolutely. So, I talk to people, and you ask the general public, what's your most important asset? And I'll bet 9 out of 10 people are going to say their house or their home.
Right.
When actually it's their ability to earn income. So when you think about life insurance, and I hear this often, well, I don't want to make her rich, or I don't want to make him rich. Really and truly, that's not the case. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's almost like gambling, and that's not what you want to do,
Right.
with your financial future. So what we look at is we have a process where we ask a lot of questions because it's all about the customer. It's got nothing to do with us. So we want to find out, what are the things that are important to them? Is it putting your children through college? Is it being able to stay in the same home?
Yeah.
Is it be able to not alter the lifestyle that you're enjoying now? And then we factor in what we call a human economic value. And so consider this. An individual is 40 years old. They make $50,000 a year. If they never got a raise, and let's say they worked to age 65, we're talking about 25 years times $50,000 a year is about $1.25 million. So that's the economic value of that person's ability to earn an income.
Right.
And that's what we want to protect.
Gotcha.
We believe in what we call a financial pyramid, and it deals with any financial planning should be the base or foundation should be protection. Protecting what you have and protecting what you would have in the future. And then we talk about accumulating and distribution, et cetera.
Right.
So our process is we want to sit down and we want to find out and take that snapshot. Here's where we are today. Here's where we want to go, and how do we get there? Let's develop together a roadmap to get there.
Yeah, so it's more of a collaborative plan.
Correct. Absolutely.
Okay, I see.
Absolutely.
I see. Well, talk about I'm going to pull up a graphic in just a moment, and I recall when one of your team members actually showed a demonstration of these 3 different allocations that people can put their assets in, and what is the best way to move forward, especially if you want that security and on top of that still have growth. Correct. In your portfolio. So can we dive into that just
Absolutely.
a bit?
So this is, when I share this concept with you, is that whenever you're accumulating wealth, accumulating income, it's going to fall in 3 taxation buckets. And one is, we call it taxable, which is tax now. The second one is tax deferred, which otherwise is tax later, and then the last one is tax free. So ask somebody, knowing nothing else, where would you want your money to go? And most people are going to say, well, heck, I want that bucket that's tax free.
Right.
So what happens is you don't want that, but you do want to spread your money out because you want to make sure that you're tax diversified in your investments and your income, et cetera. So our first bucket is going to be savings accounts, CDs, investment accounts. It could be money earned from real estate. So that bucket continues to fill up with income and growth.
Right.
And every year the IRS is going to send you a 1099. So you're taxed now. You're going to pay tax on that every year. The second bucket are things like IRAs, 401ks. And that's something that you're going to continue to put money in. A lot of times your employer is going to match. And a special point, if you are with a company that has a 401k and there is a company match, do it. Absolutely do it. Don't leave that free money on the table.
Sure.
And that's going to grow, and it's usually somebody else is handling your money. They're investing it in funds. And lately, actually over the past, I think, 11 years, we've seen it go up.
Oh, right.
So here's the thing. It will be taxed when you pull it out. So when do you pull it out? The earliest you can pull it out is when you're 59 and a half. The latest where you have to is 70 and a half. So it depends on what the current tax rate is.
Right.
Because that's going to be taxed then. So you wouldn't want to be one of these people that pulled their money out in 2008 because the market went upside down and you probably didn't see as much as you had.
Sure.
Which brings us to the last bucket, which is tax never or income tax free. And
I like that.
What's in that? People are familiar with a Roth IRA. Cash value life insurance is something people don't think about at all. And while it's not designed to be an investment account, it's you're looking for the protection of the life insurance, but you build cash value, and that money is yours. It's a pool that's you can take out tax free, and use it for whatever you want. And you're actually taking a loan from yourself. If you've ever gone to a bank to get a loan, there's a lot of intricate questions and there's a lot of requirements. Well, here I'm taking my own money out and I can put it back in. And if you leave it accumulate, at retirement, you could have a nice sum to be pulling out that can complement your 401k and whatever else you have.
Yeah. All right, cool. I'm going to throw that graphic up one more time so people can kind of absorb all of that you were talking about with the 3 different buckets. All right, great. So we're going to tell everyone what's the best way to get in touch with you in just a moment. But first, I'm going to show a video of the greeters meeting that you all hosted last month. And you can kind of see some of the excitement that we had that morning. So bear with us. We'll come back in just a moment. All right, so that was a fun greeters meeting, and thanks again for hosting it. So let's go ahead and tell everyone what's the best way to get in touch with you if they have questions or want to take advantage of your services and products.
The easiest way to get a hold of me is I carry my cell phone, and that number is 847-977-0159. And just remember that the approach is very collaborative, and we're just having a conversation to see if something's right for you. So please, any questions at all that you might have, if you just want to ask about something you currently have, that's fine. We're more than willing to help you out.
Awesome. Well, Brian, thank you again. Appreciate it. This is Brian Brown with New York Life Insurance Company. Call the number that's at the bottom of the screen if you want to get in touch with them. Of course, if you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comments, but you have a better chance of getting the answer if you just go straight to the source. So thanks again.
Awesome.
All right, everyone. Goodbye.